Your goal today should not be to make money. It should be to have the best day possible. Because if you are having the best day possible, things like money, fortune, a great life, those are what will follow. Having a great day is actually more in our power than we think. But if we're thinking of all the millions, if we're thinking today, I'm going to make $1 million company. Today, I'm going to build the biggest business. That's going to discourage us, and that's going to be very, very overwhelming. So how do you have a great day? There's a very simple question that I want you to ask at the end of every single day. This is how you have a great day. You look at yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself one question. Did I do everything I could today to make it the best day possible? And I'm not trying to be like some kind of happy guru and think positive thoughts and all that crap. Bad things happen to us, okay? They happen all the time. I happen to believe in allowing those thoughts in and to letting them pass. You need to acknowledge negativity. It happens. It's in our lives. Acknowledge anger. Use it for energy. Acknowledge your fear. Use it as energy. But you do have to, at some point, place responsibility on yourself to have the best day possible. Now, what does that exactly mean? It means doing all the things necessary to make that day great. So I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you have a couple of goals for the day, right? One of those goals is I'm going to send out 50 DMs to whoever, right? I'm going to work out today. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to say something nice to my wife. I'm going to be a great father to my kids, all right? And you're chopping it down into little bits. And your goal is to achieve each one of those things. And I can tell you right now, if you do, no matter what the outcome is, at the end of the day, you're going to realize that you had a great day. I'll give you a perfect example of something that was very real in my life. And it sounds almost really weird to have a good day doing it, but bear with me here. So there was a time when I was a sales rep and cold calling was one of the things I had to do. And I hated cold calling. I don't know too many people who like cold calling. It's awful. But what's interesting is I used to hate cold calling so much that there would be days that I would literally kind of leave the phone like off the hook to make it look like I was doing stuff, because our manager was kind of crazy and he actually tracked all our phone calls. So he tracked the time that you were on the phone. So if you had it off the hook, it looked like you were on the phone. Anyway, but I will say this. On days that I decided to really just bear down and actually make those calls, I felt really good when I went home. I felt great. Even on the days that sucked, because the funny thing is, if I really, really tried hard, made those 50 to 100 calls, something good would usually happen, whether it was immediate on that call or a few days later. It was almost like karma or something. And like I said, I'm not a crazy spiritual person, but I do happen to believe in, making your own luck. But throw that in and add some elements, right? Like, well, after today, I'm going to go to the gym and work out a little bit, or I'll make sure to eat healthy, or whatever it is. And if you break it down into little bits like that, over time, all those days, they're going to make a difference. Now, the secret to getting exactly what you want is to sort of narrow down those wants a little bit, right? It's to narrow down those specific goals to maybe a couple of things, right? And you could basically ladder this down more and more and more. So let's say your primary goal is to make $10,000 a month. Well, you've got to nail down exactly what it is you need to do to make those $10,000 a month. Everybody's talking $10,000 a month. I'd prefer to make $100,000 a month, but let's just use this as an example. If you know that every day there are two main things that you have to do to make $10,000 a month, you really don't need to be focusing on anything else. And therefore, part of your really good day is to take those two things and maniacally make sure that you get them done. No matter how early in the day, no matter how late in the day, you got to make sure you get those two things done. And that's exactly how you succeed. That's how you have a life to be proud of. That's how you are going to be successful. It's by making promises to yourself, no matter how small, and keeping them. And if you can do that, I promise you, you will be a hell of a lot happier than you are at this moment in time, assuming you're not that happy right now. But consider this a 30-day challenge. For the next 30 days, as best as you can, because it ain't going to be perfect, but as best as you can, the day before, know what you're going to promise yourself for the next day and accomplish those promises. You do that, and I promise you, in 30 days, your life's going to improve. So remember, folks, don't think about your goal for today is to make money. Your goal for today is to have as good a day as possible.